For today's recipe, Link will be joined by IQ, GastroBob, and Yar, Captain Cook. And backed up as always by Guinea Page and the Animal Crackers.
I've got a great idea for today's recipe. Let's make granola. Granola is a mixture of oats, dried fruits, and nuts, usually baked for breakfast or an awesome snack. So if you want to make granola, here's what you'll need. 2 cups of large flake rolled oats, half a cup of shredded coconut, 1/3 of a cup of virgin coconut oil, half a cup of honey, half a cup of wheat germ, 1 cup of chopped dried apricots, half a cup of golden raisins, a 1/4 cup of unsalted pumpkin seeds, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of whole flax seeds. Wait a GastroBlast minute. I've got an idea. We can make 2 different recipes with the same ingredients, granola and granola bars. Let's start by first making our granola. GastroBob, prepare the oven, please.
You got it, Link. Preheating 350.
First, in a large bowl, mix our oats, flaxseed, coconut, wheat germ, and pumpkin seeds. Sounds like we got a little granola shuffle going on here. Guinea Page and the Animal Crackers, give me a beat. Once everything's mixed together, we can... Captain Cook, is that you?
Sounds like birdseed. Sounds like birdseed. Nope. Link said it'd be something called granola. Birdseed. No, granola. Birdseed. Sorry, Link, you'll have to excuse me, Parrot Petunia. She's a bit bird-brained. Speak for yourself.
There are seeds in our recipe, but not bird seeds, Petunia. The thing that makes granola such a sweet treat is this, honey. Honey is an amazing and natural source of sweetness. Uh-oh, this honey's really gooey. I wonder how I'm gonna manage to mix this honey with all my dry ingredients. There must be a way. Hey, IQ?
Honey in a liquid form has a fairly high viscosity, which means it's a thick liquid that pours slowly. When you add heat to it, it works to loosen those molecules and will temporarily flow quicker, making it easier to coat dry ingredients.
Great tip, IQ. We'll warm our honey over a low temperature with our coconut oil and cinnamon until it melts. This smells awesome.
I can smell your cooking all the way out here on the open seas, Link. Forget birdseed. Forget birdseed. I want granola. I want granola.
We've reduced the viscosity of our honey and coconut oil by melting them, which will make it much easier to mix with our dry ingredients. It also helps having a band playing some music to help with the mixing. Now, we're gonna spread our granola on our prepared baking sheet. The parchment paper helps eliminate a sticky mess. We're gonna bake this for about 15 to 20 minutes. It's a good idea to stir it occasionally while it's in the oven to ensure an even cooking time. Lab rat, speed dial, please. Check out the dark golden color of our granola. It's had some time to cool, so let's add our dried, chopped up apricots and raisins. Using our hands, we're gonna break it up into small little clusters or clumps. Better wash my hands first. You can store your granola in an airtight container for up to 2 weeks. It's best served with things like yogurt or milk. Now, let's make granola bars. It's all the same ingredients we used to make our granola recipe, except we made small little clusters. How are we gonna make solid bars that stick together and don't crumble into little parts?
With a binding agent, of course. A binding agent is an ingredient that helps hold together a bunch of other ingredients. Like an egg helps bind together the ingredients in a cake, or breadcrumbs bind together the ingredients in a meatloaf.
Binding agents, eh? But our recipe doesn't call for anything like eggs or breadcrumbs. Secret Agent Man, can you point us in the right direction of some binding agents? A honey dipper, a grinder, and a kettle. These must be clues to finding our binding agents. Oh, well, I get it, Secret Agent Man. Our binding agents have been in our recipe from the start. Our first we saw in its natural sticky state, honey. That's a binding agent. Our apricots are also sticky too. If we want to help bind all our oats and other dry ingredients together, we're gonna have to make a puree, and that's exactly what we're gonna do by filling this kettle provided by Secret Agent Man with water and boiling it. Some quick heat, please, Gastro Bob.
In a flash, Link.
Dried apricots have a long shelf life. That's because most of their moisture has been taken out of them. To make them easier to puree, I'm gonna pour hot water over them and let them sit for 30 minutes. That'll make them soft and plump. Lab rat, speed dial, please. Look how plump and juicy these apricots look. Let's drain all the extra water and into the food processor they go. We're gonna blend these apricots till they're completely smooth. Each apricot actually has a lot of fiber, and that fiber acts like a fruit glue. That will make our granola bars chewy instead of crunchy. These pureed apricots are another binding agent down. But what about this gadget, our grinder? I wonder which one of our dry ingredients will grind down to become our final binding agent. I wonder if it's our flax seeds. But flax seeds have a hard outside. We can't just soak them in water the same way we did with apricots. What's the scoop, IQ?
Flax seeds have an outer coating that is made up of a potentially mucilaginous or somewhat slimy substance. This starchy material consists of long-chain sugar molecules that, when broken down and introduced into a liquid, slide around and thicken the liquid. So basically, crushing or grinding, then soaking, the flax seeds releases these chains and allows it to become a gel, making it an excellent binding agent.
I filled my grinder with flax seeds. Let's access those sticky starches. The flax seeds on their own aren't enough to create a binding agent. We have to make them more liquidy. We'll do that by adding water. That way we'll create the gel that IQ was talking about. For every 1 tablespoon of flax seeds, we'll add 2 tablespoons of water. We're gonna let that sit for about 10 minutes to create that gel-like texture. In the meantime, let's preheat the oven. Gastro Bob, preheat the oven, please.
Done. 350 degrees.
I've lined this baking sheet with parchment paper. Just like our last recipe, we'll combine our oats, our wheat germ, our coconut, our raisins, and our pumpkin seeds. I prepared our first binding agent, our honey, by melting it over a low temperature with our coconut oil and cinnamon. We'll add our second binding agent, our apricot puree. And finally, our last binding agent, flax meal. mixing till all your ingredients come together and your binding agents do their job. Use a spatula to spread your granola evenly in a baking sheet. We'll let this bake for 25 to 30 minutes, or until it's golden brown. Lab rat, you know what to do. What did I tell you? Golden brown and oh so good. We'll let these cool to room temperature and then put them in the fridge for 2 hours. While they're chilling out, it's time to tidy up!
Let's tidy up, let's tidy up, let's tidy up. Let's tidy up when you're finished and the cooking's done. Let's tidy up, even though you had lots of fun. Let's tidy up, gotta clean up the pots and pans. Gotta do your best to clean up your mess. Let's tidy up.
I had a GastroBlast making granola and granola bars with you today. See you next time!